The studio lights blazed like spotlights on a battlefield, and the audience held its collective breath as Reba McEntire, the queen of country music, rose from her seat on the Jennifer Hudson show. Her face, usually a canvas of warm smiles and southern charm, was etched with frustration. "I can't sit here and pretend this is okay," she declared, her voice cutting through the air like a steel guitar string. Jennifer Hudson, poised and powerful behind her host's desk, leaned forward, her eyes wide with surprise. "Reba, wait," but it was too late. Reba stormed off the set, the echo of her boots fading into stunned silence. Whispers rippled through the crowd. What had sparked this heated clash? In that moment, no one could have guessed that this dramatic exit was the beginning of a story not about division, but about the unbreakable bonds of humanity. Reba McEntire had always been more than a singer, she was a survivor, a woman who had weathered personal storms that could fell lesser souls. Born in the dusty plains of Oklahoma, she grew up herding cattle and dreaming of stages far beyond the rodeo arenas. Her life was a testament to resilience, losing her band in a plane crash, navigating heartbreaks, and rising each time with songs that spoke to the soul. That day on Jennifer's show, the topic had started innocently enough, a segment on giving back, inspired by their shared journeys from humble beginnings to stardom. Jennifer, with her own rags-to-riches tale from Chicago's South Side to Oscar-winning glory, had shared a story about mentoring young artists. Reba nodded along, her trademark red hair catching the lights, but when the conversation turned to a fan-submitted question about the cost of fame, something shifted. The fan, a young woman named Mia from a small town in Tennessee, had written in via video, "How do you stay kind when the world expects you to be tough?" Jennifer answered first, her voice rich and reassuring, emphasizing self-care and boundaries. But Reba, drawing from her own well of experiences, pushed back. "Kindness ain't about boundaries sometimes," she said, her Oklahoma drawl thickening with emotion. "It's about tearing them down. I've seen folks in my life who gave everything, even when it hurt." Jennifer countered, passionately defending the need for balance in a cutthroat industry. Words escalated, Reba accusing Jennifer of glossing over real struggles, Jennifer insisting Reba was romanticizing sacrifice. The audience sensed the tension, the producers exchanged frantic glances, and before anyone could intervene, Reba stood. "If this is what kindness looks like on TV, count me out," she said, and with that, she was gone. Backstage, Reba's heart pounded not with anger, but with a deeper ache. She hadn't meant to clash, it was the raw truth bubbling up. As she grabbed her coat from her dressing room, her phone buzzed, a notification from her assistant. It was about Mia, the fan whose question had ignited the spark. Mia wasn't just any admirer, she was a single mother battling cancer, her letter to the show a quiet plea for inspiration amid chemotherapy sessions. Reba had read the full bio before the taping, but in the heat of the moment, it had slipped her mind. Now, guilt washed over her like a summer rain. "What have I done?" she whispered, sinking onto a couch. The clash wasn't about Jennifer, it was about Reba's own unresolved pain, the times she'd given too much and felt empty. But storms pass, and in their wake, clarity often emerges. Meanwhile, on set, Jennifer Hudson paused the show for a commercial break, her mind racing. She admired Reba immensely, their paths had crossed at award shows, where Reba's genuine hugs felt like home. Jennifer knew the clash was born of passion, not malice. As the audience murmured, she addressed them directly, "Folks, sometimes heat comes from fire in the heart. Reba and we're both fighters. Let's see where this goes." Little did she know, Reba was already in motion, her unexpected turn about to redefine the day. Reba didn't head for the exit. Instead, she dialed her team. "Find Mia," she instructed. "The fan from Tennessee. I need her address." Within minutes, arrangements were made, a private jet fueled, a bouquet of wildflowers ordered, and a guitar slung over her shoulder. The storming off wasn't an end, it was a pivot toward something greater. As the plane lifted off from Los Angeles, Reba reflected on her life. She'd built an empire on songs like Fancy and I'm a Survivor, anthems of overcoming odds. But true survival, she realized, wasn't solo, it was in lifting others. The clash with Jennifer had been a mirror, showing her that kindness sometimes demands disruption. Hours later, in the quiet suburb of Nashville, Mia Thompson opened her door to an unexpected visitor. At 32, Mia had faced more battles than most. A divorce, raising her 8-year-old daughter Lily alone, and now stage 3 breast cancer. Her days blurred between hospital visits and forced smiles for Lily's sake. The video message to the Jennifer Hudson show had been a whim, a way to connect with idols who embodied strength. She never expected Reba McEntire herself to appear on her porch, hat in hand, eyes soft with apology. "Mia, darlin'," Reba began, her voice trembling slightly, "I messed up today on that show. Your question hit home, and I let my own stuff get in the way. But I'm here now because kindness ain't just words, it's showing up." Mia stood frozen, tears welling. Lily peeked from behind her mother's legs, wide-eyed at the celebrity in their living room. Reba knelt to Lily's level. "Hey there, sugar. Your mama's a warrior, you know that?" She pulled out the guitar and strummed a gentle melody, singing an impromptu verse about brave hearts and healing hands. Mia collapsed into a chair, the weight of her isolation lifting as Reba shared stories of her own losses, the plane crash that took her friends, the divorces that tested her faith. As the sun dipped low, casting golden hues through the windows, Reba's phone rang. It was Jennifer Hudson, her voice urgent. "Reba, where are you? The show's on hold, the audience is waiting." Reba explained everything, the words tumbling out. Jennifer listened, then laughed softly. "Girl, that's why I love you. Get back here. Bring Mia and her little one. Let's turn this clash into something real." It was an unexpected turn, a profound realization for both women. Their heated clash had been a catalyst, not a catastrophe. The emotional climax unfolded live on air that evening, the show extended into a special episode. Reba returned to the set, not alone, but with Mia and Lily in tow. The audience erupted as Jennifer embraced Reba on stage. "We clashed because we care," Jennifer announced, her powerful voice filling the studio. "But look what happens when we channel that fire." Reba took the mic, her eyes misty. "Mia here taught me today that selflessness ain't about being perfect, it's about being present." In a transformative act of compassion, the two stars revealed a surprise: they'd pooled resources to cover Mia's medical bills and set up a fund for families like hers. Jennifer belted out a soulful rendition of "Amazing Grace," harmonizing with Reba's country twang, while Lily danced in the aisles. Mia, overwhelmed, whispered to Reba, "You didn't just inspire me, you saved us." It was a moment of pure humanity, where fame faded, and generosity shone. As the credits rolled, the story rippled outward. Social media buzzed not with scandal, but with hope, hashtags like #KindnessClash trending across the USA and beyond. Viewers from New York to Nashville shared their own tales of unexpected kindness, proving that one act can spark a chain reaction. Reba and Jennifer's friendship deepened, their clash becoming a cherished anecdote at future gatherings. Mia's treatment progressed, bolstered by community support, and Lily grew up knowing heroes walk among us. In the end, that stormy exit wasn't about ego or drama, it was a reminder that the power of humanity lies in our willingness to storm toward each other, not away. Kindness, selflessness, they're not grand gestures reserved for stages, but quiet choices in everyday chaos. No matter the clashes we face, there's always room for compassion to transform us. And in that transformation, we find hope, lighting the way for a brighter tomorrow.